everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of fun creative time. So I have got a super cute card to create with you today, and we're going to be making a fun fold card, so I hope you enjoy that. Now, while we are just waiting for everyone to get their notifications that I've gone live, I'm going to call this up on my other devices so that I can see everybody's comments there. So let me just get that ready here. So while I'm doing that, as you're jumping on, say hi and let me know that you're here. And if it's your first time watching, let me know where you're watching from. Okay, all right, iPad is all good. Let's get that set up here on the computer. Whoops, I need to do a refresh over here. There we go. Okay, and mute, and I think we're all good. All right, great. Good. All right, so as you're jumping on, say hi, let me know that you're here. You might notice today that I am wearing my cute little mallard duck brooch. So this is a new one to my collection, and it's an Earthwilder brooch, which I just received last week. And we're going to be playing with some cute little ducky paper today. So I thought I would wear my little duck. And of course, every one of my brooches, well, almost every one of my brooches has memories attached to it. So I usually purchase brooches, yes, I said that right. Sorry, I'm very tired today. I usually purchase brooches that trigger memories or have memories that I can attach to them. And so my little ducky brooch has many memories attached to it of feeding the ducks and visiting the ducks when my children were young. And even when I was young, my sister had a friend whose family owned a duck. And it was quite rare and unusual back then for people to have pet ducks. But I always remember I loved going to visit them. And when my sister was over at her friend's house, and I became friends with the younger sister. And so I would go over and play with her. And yeah, get to play with the pet duck, which is, yeah, super cute. And then, of course, when my children were younger, and we had a couple of, or we had one specific animal farm that came to a couple of my children's birthday parties when they were very little. And of course, the lady always brought, it was Marilyn's Mobile Farm. So I don't know if she's around anymore, but she used to bring ducks and ducklings along to, as part of the farm interaction experience for the children. And so yeah, so lots and lots of memories around ducks, and even being in Mildura, sitting down by the river, and there's always ducks down there. So it reminds me of the Murray River as well, because there's always lots of ducks around there. So lots and lots of memories attached to ducks. So hence I love ducks. So there you go. Let me know if you collect brooches as well, or do you collect something else special? I mean, of course, we all collect stamps, as you can see behind me. Those of us that love crafting, we collect stamps and paper. Of course, you can see my paper shelves back there as well. I've got all my cardstock on that side and my papers over there behind me there. And we're going to be talking about some designer series paper today. So, all right, so we might jump in, and everybody else can join us as they can. And yeah, feel free to say hello to me, chat with me. I hope you've got your cuppa ready. I've got my French Earl Grey tea today. So I hope you've got your cuppa to sit back, relax, play along with me. If you would like to craft as well, then craft along with me. Pull out your favorite designer series paper. We're going to make a fun fold card today, and it's a very easy one to create. So I've got all the measurements that I can give as we go along. And you can pretty much create this card with any designer series paper, so feel free to grab them out. You might want a sentiment stamp. You might want some paper that you can either fussy cut or die cut the images out of, or you can use a stamped image if you prefer. But you'll need some background papers as well. So feel free to craft along with me. Now, before we jump into all of that, let me tell you a few things that are happening in the Stampin' Up! World. So if you haven't already heard, we have a paper sale, which is super exciting. So we've got 15% off the designer series papers from the annual catalogue. So it's select papers. I think there's, was it 12 or 14? 2, 4, 6, 8. Hang on a sec. 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 paper packs that are on special. Here they are here, all 15% off. Now, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, you would have seen this in my newsletter that I put out on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yes, Saturday. I sent it out. I was working on it for about 3 days last week. It took me a few days to get to it. It's a very, very busy time for us at the moment. So yeah, so lots and lots of beautiful papers. The one we are using today is the Lily Pond Lane paper, and it's part of the sale as well. So it's on special. So yeah, 15% off. So it's a great time to stock up on your beautiful papers. And of course, as paper crafters, we all love our beautiful pattern papers, don't we? So I'll let you know about that one. Now also too, if you earned bonus days vouchers or coupons in July, no, what are we? Yeah, August, July. Yes, I'm correct. Sorry. My head is all over the place at the moment. Then you can redeem those vouchers this month during August. So you can incorporate this in the paper sale as well. So if you're ordering some of those designer series papers or any orders that you're placing, make sure that you redeem your coupon codes that you earned during July. You would have achieved them with, achieved, I guess that's the word, or earned them with any $90 purchase or multiples of $90 purchases during July. But yeah, you can redeem those this month, so that is awesome. So that's an even bigger special on those beautiful papers. If you're purchasing the papers or if you're placing other orders, redeem your vouchers on those. Just when you are redeeming your coupon codes, make sure you enter them as they as you receive them in your email from Stampin' Up. So if they have dashes in them, make sure you enter those dashes. You can put multiple coupon codes on one order. So if you earned 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, you can apply them to your order. Just make sure with each new coupon code that you leave a space, or you can actually put them on the next line in the coupon code box. And the coupon code box you'll find in your order summary. Okay, so underneath your order summary, you'll see coupon code box. I think it's got a little plus sign. You just click on the plus sign to expand the box, and then you type your coupon codes in there and apply them. And then you should see those totals come off your total of your order at the end. So just double check that to make sure they've applied correctly. If you're a customer of mine and you need any help with that, please feel free to get in contact with me. I'm happy to help you or answer any questions that you might have. Yeah, so that's exciting. So I redeemed mine on an order just last week because as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we have a brand new mini catalogue, and because we are demonstrators, well, this is actually going to be released to customers next month on the 4th of September, but as demonstrators we get access to new catalogues and new products early, a whole month earlier. So I've already got a copy of the new catalogue. This one's a little bit dinged up. It got my Mr. Postie, he folds them and puts them in my letterbox, and every time I'm unimpressed because it damages them. But I have got a box of brand new nice ones coming to me as well, so I will probably replace this one with a nice one. So yes, very exciting. So I placed my pre-order last week, so I'll have a few new things to show you in the coming weeks, which is exciting. And then, so Stampin' Up! Demonstrators can order from this catalogue now. If you're not yet a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to get these products now and you don't want to wait till September, you can join my team. If you're here in Australia, you can join my team and you can order these products in your starter kit. So if you'd like more information on that, please get in contact with me and let me know, and I would love to help you with that. Now, hey Leslie, how are you? Great to have you here. Yes, so we can order any of the products as demonstrators. We can order any of the products from this catalogue this month during August, and then customers can order from 4th of September. Did I already say this? No, I didn't. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're here in Australia and you would like one of these catalogues, please let me know and I would love to get one out to you. Yes, I think I do need to have a word to my postie, Leslie, because if I can catch him, it's always hard to catch him, although I hear him coming because he's got squeaky brakes, but usually by the time I get outside, he's already gone past. Yes, because he always crushes my catalogues when he puts them in the post, and it's very sad. Yes, but anyway, at least I've got it to look at until my box of nice ones comes. Now I have got a registration form for this catalogue if you would like it. I'm going to pop it in the link for you, in the comments for you now, so that you can request a mini catalogue if you don't already have a demonstrator that you're working with here in Australia. Now, if you are overseas, of course, I can't unfortunately send you a catalogue. You can't shop in my online store from overseas. It's only for those that are here in Australia. But if you are overseas and you are looking for a demonstrator, please let me know, because I have contacts all around the world. So I know lots and lots of beautiful Stampin' Up! Demonstrators all around the world. And so I'm sure that I can hook you up with somebody who can help you. So be sure to get in contact with me. You can send me a message via Messenger here on Facebook. You can email me at mandyspapercraftcreations@gmail.com. Yeah, so there's lots of different ways you can get in contact with me. All right, now let me find this request form. Here it is here. I'm going to put that in the comments. Here we go. There we go. All right, so that is there. So you can request that catalogue. Now, with every new catalogue comes product shares. So I have got some product shares that are going to be available with this new mini catalogue. Now, if you are a demonstrator or a customer, you can participate in this. There's no discount, of course, for demonstrators though. You'll just pay the same as everybody else. But there are designer series paper shares, which includes the specialty papers from the new mini catalogue. And there are embellishment shares and ribbon shares. So you can choose whichever ones of those you like, or you can get all 3 shares. So all the details are in the registration form. It will be on my website, but currently I didn't have time to put it up on my website just before I went live, because I just finished getting the form already, but it will be on my website. But of course, I have the registration for that too. So let me pop the registration for that in the comments as well. And I will pop the registrations for these in the comments of my YouTube video, and also here in Facebook as well. So wherever you're watching from, you will be able to grab those registration forms. Okay, so that is there too. So the registration is by the 5th of September. The catalogue goes live on the 4th. So registration is by the 5th of September. So you've got about 3 weeks. I do need at least 4 registrants per share so that I can run them. Otherwise, yeah, so first in, best dressed. So make sure you get them in. I'll get your registration forms in. And payment will be a couple of days after that, because I will send you the invoice on the 6th, and then payment will be due by the 8th, I think it is, of September. So then I can get everything ordered for you. But yeah, super exciting. And if I show this up close, it might give you a little sneaky peek of some of the products. I can't show you the inside yet until it goes live to customers. But you can have a little bit of a looky there to see some of those beautiful new catalogues that are going to be coming out. So I haven't popped up a photo of this yet on my Facebook page, because I just got it on Friday. Didn't get to take a photo of it till Saturday, and we just had a busy time, so I haven't had a chance yet, but I will get it up there. So it's all good. So never fear, it's coming. Hey Helen, how are you? Great to have you with us. Now, if you are watching, I forgot to say this, if you are watching live today, which is Monday the 12th of August, you'll see the red live button here on Facebook up in the top left hand corner. If you don't see that, then you are watching the replay. And if you're watching over on YouTube, then you are definitely watching the replay, because I upload this video after I have recorded it here on Facebook. So thank you to everybody who is here live, and also to those of you who are watching the replay. I really appreciate your support. Feel free to leave me comments if you'd like to chat with me as we are recording today, and chat with each other if you'd like to as well. It makes it lots and lots of fun, because when we're crafting, what do? We love to have a chat. So yeah, so all good. Alrighty. So before we jump in, that's all the newsy news. But before we jump in, I'm very excited because our son gets married in less than 2 weeks now. So it is full steam ahead, busy, 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 lots to do, lots to, to think about, lots on my mind. So if I'm a bit scattered today, one, I'm tired because I haven't been sleeping well the last couple of nights. I tried to cover up the bags under my eyes, so hopefully they're not too obvious. And two, yes, I have a lot on my mind because of the wedding coming up. So yes, so please forgive me if I'm a little bit scatterbrained today. Hopefully you will all understand, and you will forgive me for any little slip-ups or confusions. You're just having dinner before you go to card making. Oh, lovely, Helen. That's awesome. Very good. Well, thank you for popping in. It's lovely to have you for as long as you can be here. All right. Well, I think that's all the news I need to give you at the moment. So what I might do is I will cover up the camera and we'll tip it down onto the desk so we can get started. I did have some grid paper out today. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it, so I'm going to pop that over to the side. It is coming around very quickly, Leslie. Yes, yes, it's getting exciting and it's getting nerve-wracking all at the same time. Hey, Rose, how are you? Great to have you here. Yeah, so less than 2 weeks. I think we are down to now 12. Is it 12? Yeah, 12 days until the wedding. So, yes. And I tried my dress on the other day, and I had been trying to lose weight, and now I'm like, oh, that hangs a bit differently now on me than it did before. So I can't lose any more, or it's not going to fit. It's going to fall off me. So I have to wait to lose more weight after the fact, after the wedding. So yes. That's the thing about getting dresses fitted for special occasions. You need to either remain at the same weight, or make sure that you get a fitting right near the end, right near the event, which yeah, I was like, no, I'll be fine. I'll take the dress home, and yeah, anyway, it'll be all fine. Add it to the list of concerns, but all good. It'll be fine. It'll be great. All right, I'm going to tip the camera down onto the desk. Here we go. Bear with me. I'll just cover up while I do this so that I don't make you all dizzy. One of these days I will work out a better solution, but for right now, this works. Just a little bit clunky, but it's okay. We get there in the end, don't we? All right. It's a good opportunity for you when I'm doing this is to go and grab a cuppa or grab a snack or whatever it is that you may need. There we go. The lights, and oh, that's pretty good today. Wow, got it really straight. Now I'll just move my keyboard because we don't need that right now. I'll pop that over there. Rearrange a few things. I have got so much on my desk. I really need my other desk, that is. I've got a lot on this desk right now too because we're about to craft. But yes, my craft room needs a big overhaul, but I've had so much going on, I haven't been able to get to it to give it a good clean. Look at me just fixing my blue tack here. So I put blue tack on the back there so that it doesn't slide all around when we're crafting. Otherwise it'll yeah, it'll take off on me. Yes, so what about everybody else? Like, are your craft rooms tidy, or are they in need of a organization as well, like me? Mine, yeah, I've got so many things on the go, so many things that have been on the go for a while that I haven't got to, and other things that I've had out for a while that really need to be put away. So, but yes. Is there, hey Dimity, how are you? There's a saying about a messy crafter, but I don't know if there's a saying about a messy craft room. I mean, what do they say? A messy crafter is, the sign of a messy, no, the sign, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, you'll forgive me, won't you? There is a quote about, yeah, crafters, but I can't think what it is. There's probably lots of quotes actually. All right, this is our annual catalogue, our May 2024 to April 2025 annual catalogue, and this is the one we're going to be playing with products from today. This is the one that has the designer series papers that are on special, and I showed that flyer at the beginning. So here it is here. These ones, all these ones here, and these ones over here, they're all 15% off this month for August, till the end of August. So we're going to be playing with paper today. And as I said, if you would like to play along, or craft along, I should say, busy creative, yes, Dimity, always. If you would like to craft along, feel free to pull out some designer series paper and some cardstock. We're going to be making a fun fold card today using some designer series paper as well. So you can use any designer series paper. You might want a stamp set that coordinates with that as well. I'm just using designer series paper and a sentiment stamp. I'll be using some shape dies as well, and yeah, some embellishments, ribbons, those sorts of things. But we're going to be using the Lily Pond Lane paper, designer series paper today. It's from the Lily Pond Lane suite, and I actually only have the paper from this suite. Initially, believe it or not, I wasn't a big fan of this suite, but the more I have seen it, the more I've fallen in love with it. One of our team members, Chitska, she just did our showcase stamper of the month projects last month in July, and if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you may have seen some of those because I shared those in my newsletter last month, and she used this suite and she created some absolutely beautiful projects with this suite, and it just made me fall in love with it. But I don't have the stamps and dies, and I don't have the embellishments. So we're going to be focusing on the paper today, but there's lots of designs on this paper that you can create scenes with. You can fussy cut the little ducks and things, so that's the one we're going to be using today. So feel free to pull yours out if you have this one as well. Oh, yours is very tidy at the moment, Leslie. Fantastic. As it's not getting used. Oh, well, that's a sad reason why. But nice to have a nice tidy space. I find when my room gets too messy, I find that it clutters my mind as well, and I can't be as creative. I just feel, I don't know what it is, like suffocated maybe by the mess or something. I don't know, but I can't create. So often I'll come in here and I'll do a big tidy up before I actually start crafting, because otherwise I feel like I can't craft. Anyway, so we're going to be making a fun fold card, which is inspired by a card that I made a couple of years ago, actually, using different products. But that combined with this one inspired me. Now, this one was one that that we created for the July Crafty Collaborations tutorial bundle. So if any of you received my tutorial bundle last month, you will have this card in the tutorial bundle. Now this is not the card that we are creating today because this is an exclusive for my tutorial bundle. So all the measurements and everything for this one is in the tutorial bundle. If you miss the tutorial bundle, so those that shop with me receive my free monthly tutorial bundles each month with orders over $75 when they use my host code, and this is my August host code. But if you would like to get this tutorial, you can purchase it from me for $28. It doesn't just have this card in it though. It has, I think it was 42 different projects in the tutorial bundle for $28. And those projects are created by Stampin' Up! Demonstrators from all around the world. We collaborate together to put together a tutorial bundle each month. And they will be different projects with different products that are current from Stampin' Up! But this was my one from July. So we have a new one for August. But anyway, this one I've got here in front of me as inspiration today, including the card from a couple of years ago. So the card from a couple of years ago, I've got a picture here, which I'll show you. It's this one here. It's a gatefold card, which we're going to be making today, but it's a, what do you call it? A split, I don't know if you call it a split gatefold or it's a 2-3 gatefold. So you've got 2/3 and 1/3 rather than having the gatefold in the middle, which I think I might have done not long ago. Oh no, that was for a class. Anyway, so this one and those two and that other one combined is what is inspiring me today. See, I'm getting my words all mixed up. I'm tired. Anyway, okay, so let's have a look at the beautiful paper. So here we go. This is the Lily Pond Lane 6 by 6 inch or 15.2 by 15.2 centimeter designer series paper. There's lots of beautiful colours in here. I'll show you all the colours in a moment. Now, we've used some of this, as you can see, because I've chopped some of that up. And this is probably the one that that other big duck was cut out of. But we've got lots of pieces here that have already got scenes on them. So these would be great for scrapbooking projects as well. So if you're a scrapbooker, this paper would be gorgeous. But yeah, just so sweet, really, really sweet designs on here. I'll move it over this way so that we can flip the pages. We've got great patterns on the back. So even if you get a particular designer series paper pack and you're not really that fond of the designs of each of the designs on the front, always flip over to the back, because usually on the back there'll be another design that you can use in your projects. So we get a few sheets. This is a 48 sheet paper pack, so you'll get 4 of each designs, but I've used some of these already. I love this color too, with these beautiful flowers. That's really pretty. We've got some little dragonflies on this one, and we've got a few sheets in there. We've got this little cute scene here, the mother duck and the baby ducks. And I haven't chosen which papers specifically we're going to use for today, so we're going to choose them as we go. So I'm getting some ideas. This is that one that was already chopped into, because we used some of those already. We've got some lovely pretty in pink on the back. This one's a really cute one, looking down from above to the mother and the father duck with the little ducklings. Whoops. We've got some flowers on the back there. We've got this lovely scene here that you can add ducks to this scene. Or you might want to add some fish in the pond, or you can even use this with other stamps that you have. Stamp your images and then die cut them and put them in the field. We've got some really cute animal stamps and things like that that would go really well with that one. We've got some fish on the back of this one. We've got a frog and a fish in the pond here on this one. Just some nice stripes there in the peach pie. Some more swimming ducks. It's really cute paper. This one here is Pretty Peacock, and it's got like a splatter on it. So that would make a really great background, or you could even use it for a snowy scene. We've got some more fish here. These look like koi carp to me. Yeah, I don't know what sort of fish they're meant to be, but they do look like koi from a pond. Oops, hang on. We've got a different one in here. We've got some more of the peach pie there. Got some beautiful water lilies here. And we've got some lily pads on the backs of those ones. And we've got another sheet of that one. Is that the same as the other one? I think it is. I think they got mixed up. Or is that a different one? Maybe that's a different one because that's got a different pattern on the back. Hang on a minute. Is it the same or different? No, it's a different one. Yeah, it is a different one to that other one. So, let me just find, I'm just going to find that other duck. Oh, there we go. So there's the two different duck papers. Okay, they look the same. The ducks are coloured the same, but the images are actually a bit different. So they are great ones to cut out as well. All right, so I might pop those ones in. Might pop them on the front actually. All right, so that's all our beautiful papers. Now the colours in this designer series paper, this is your colour palette here. Of course, we've got white, and then we've got balmy blue, granny apple green, grey granite, peach pie, pretty and pink, and pretty peacock. So we've got the pretties. We've got all the pretties. So they're sort of the colours that we're going to use today. All right, so first of all, we need to choose a colour of card base. But before I do that, I might actually choose the background paper because I think it's a really good idea to choose your background paper first, so then you can kind of match your cardstock to that. So I think I would like to make a birthday card today. Oh, I didn't grab out a stamp set with a birthday birthday sentiments, which I need. So I'll just have a look and see. I think I want to use something that's more patterned like that rather than a scene for the background. So we've got that one or that one. So I like those two. And let's see what else we have. That's more of, they're more sort of scenes. We could also use the other side. We do have the fish as well. And then we've got the little water lilies also. And then let's have a look. We've also got the patterns on the back as well. So we could use some of those patterns on the back. In fact, that one's really pretty also. Oh, that's the back of that one actually. So let's pick a pattern. Now I'm making a birthday card today for a little girl. So I feel like I want something pretty. And she is having her first birthday. So I want something really cute and pretty. So I'm thinking that pink or that pink. I really like this one. So I think I'm going to go with that one. It's nice and bright. So we'll go with that one for the background. Okay, and then for the ducks, I think I'm going to use, I think I'm inspired by this one here. So I think I'm going to do something similar to that, but not the same. All right, let's find our little duckies. So, we could fussy cut, or not fussy cut, but we could die cut that scene out actually too. So that's another thing. We don't have to necessarily fussy cut the ducks. We could use a, oh, that one's really cute too. All right, we're going to start with our card base and we're going to come back to which ducks we're going to use for the front of our card because there's so many to choose from. All right. Now, for the card base, let's see, do we want pretty in pink or we could have the peach pie. Peach pie picks up the nice peach pie flowers in there. And that's a little bit different too, isn't it? It breaks up the pink a little bit. Or we could go with the, losing my names, Pretty Peacock. And that would give a nice border as well. I'm thinking more this color. What do you all think? This one or the Pretty in Pink? Do we go pink on pink? We could do pink on pink. That would be pretty as well, wouldn't it? My original card was navy blue on navy blue. You like the pink, Rose? Yeah, you think that would be, that they go well? Yep, so Rose thinks the pink. What does everybody else think? Pink on pink? Nobody else is making any comments yet. So, all right, well, let's cut the pink down. So we're going to cut a standard card base. Oh, my iPad is getting low. Now let's see, how is my phone going? My phone is, I might just leave my iPad go till it runs right down low. All right, so this is a standard sheet of A4 cardstock. I'm going to cut this in half at 14.85, which is exactly half. Oh, you like the peach pie, Leslie. Leslie likes the peach and Rose likes the pink. All right, let's have another look. Let's put them side by side. Okay, we can go peach. We're only going to have a small border, so it'll look like that. Or we can go tone on tone. What we could do is we could actually have, we could have it on a pink border and then we could use this one as a layer on the front, or we can do the opposite. So we can still use both colors. So we can have that on there. I've got two sheets here because we probably need, might not need two sheets actually. And then we can have a layer of that on the front. So which way do you prefer the layers? Well, we can use both colors, but we need to work out which layer is which. So I'm just not sure which way to go. Maybe that would look better on, like directly on there, or would it be better to have contrasting? So on the original card, I had a contrasting color for the layer. So I had the same color for the card base, and then I had the contrasting color on the front. So, all right, we'll go with this one, the pink. And we'll see how we like that when we get the paper on there. All right, so this is 14.85, sorry, 21 centimeters by 14.85. Now we're going to score this at 4 centimeters and then 6.5 centimeters. Well, actually, I'm going to do 6.5 first. 6.5 centimeters. We're going to score that. So we're going to use our light grey scoring blade. So run that over a few times. So that's 6.5 centimeters. And then I'm going to turn it around the other way and do it at 4 centimeters from the other end. And there we go. And hopefully I've done that correctly because I measured that off the, hope I've done that right, because I measured that off the original card. Yes, it worked. Thank goodness. I was holding my breath and I'm like, oh no, did I do that correctly? All right. So yeah, so it was 6.5 centimeters in from the left side, and from the, 6.5, and from the right side it was 4 centimeters in. Okay, so if you're doing that, if you're doing all of the score lines at the same time on the same side, you're going to score at 6.5. Then you're going to take it along, you'll have to extend the arm of your trimmer and take your paper up to 17. Is that right? Yep. So 6.5 and then 17. Or it's easier just to do it the way I did it. Do one side, flip it around, do the other side. I find it easier that way anyway. You can do it whichever way you like. Oh, we need that because we're going to cut our layers. All right, so this forms the base of our split gatefold card. Use our bone folder to burnish those folded lines, or those folded edges, I should say, so that the card will sit down a little bit better. And now we're going to put some designer series paper on these panels here. Now, where's our paper we picked up? Here we go. All right. So our designer series paper is going to be, the first piece for the left-hand side is going to be 6.1 centimeters by 14.45. That'll give us a nice 2mm border around the edges. Okay, let's just double check that, make sure I've cut that correctly. Yep. Okay, and then the next one is going to be 3.6. So 3.6 wide. Oops, hang on a minute, that moved. Let's do that again. 3.6 by 14.45. And I have just lost visual on my computer. Again, silly computer, it always does that. And that should give us an equal border around that side. Yep. There we go. Okay, so there are our front panels. Now, the way that I've cut the paper, you can see that the pattern follows on. Okay, see how you've got the continuation of the pattern there, the way that I have cut the paper. So we can adhere those down. That looks really pretty. All right, so let's grab our liquid glue and we'll adhere those first, and we'll get those pieces stuck down so we've got less moving parts while we are constructing the rest of the card. So this one's a really easy one to do. You can use, as I said, you can use any papers. Anyone really can do this if they have a, now you might want to open this up to put your paper on just so it sits a bit flatter while you're adhering your paper. Yeah, as long as you've got a paper trimmer that's got a cutting blade and a scoring blade on it, yeah, you can create this card. There we go. And the other side. It's one of the easier, a gatefold card is one of the easier fun fold cards, but they're really nice for the recipient because it's just something a little bit different rather than just an ordinary, you know, basic card. I mean, our basic cards are beautiful, of course, because they're handmade, so they are special. I'm just doing this one while it's closed so that I can try to line up those papers as best as I can. There, look, that's beautiful. Look at that paper. That's so pretty. Yeah, all of our cards are beautiful, so it doesn't matter what sort of card you're making, but fun fold cards are just a little bit something different. Now, I should get a white piece for the inside as well, and we will do that also. Let me grab a white piece. I didn't grab that yet. Okay, and we'll cut that while we're here, and then we might do, we might add some designer series paper to that when we choose which designer series paper we're going to use. All right, so for the insert, I'm going to cut that at, we are doing 10.1 wide, 10.1. This is my standard insert size that I cut, by 14.45. And that's going to fit in there. Now I'm not going to adhere that just yet because I want to do something more to this first, but we've got that cut ready to go in there. Okay, next we need to, wait on, let me see if I can just get this screen back up. Hang on 2 secs. Let me do a little refresh here and see if that'll come back up. Yep, got it. I think all is good. Okay, great. All right, now next we need a frame for on the front. Now I've got a few options. We've got the, you can see I've used this one quite a bit. This is the, I can't even read it, Wildflower Designs dies. And we can use these ones, or I've got a whole stack of other ones that we can choose from. Now we can have that one on the front there. Now it's going to cut this size here. So we could have that one on the front there. And then we could even have an extra frame inside of that with this one. So we can have our decorative piece on there. Or if we want a larger frame, or like just for the design, we've got these ones, which are the Everyday Detail dies, or we've got the Radiating Stitches dies. But if you don't want, so I'm thinking I wanted to use something more rectangular or something sort of, you know, large like this. But if you didn't want to do that, you could use a large circle. You could just go with an ordinary, you can die cut your own, or use your trimmer to cut your own rectangle. Or you might like to use something like the Spotlight on Nature dies, because they've got lots of large circle dies on that one, as in that one I should say, and you've got lots of different borders on these dies. I've got 2 sheets of them here, so you could even use one of those. You could have a large one there, and then you could have a detailed one inside of it. So we could even do that. So we could do that too. But let's choose our designer series paper that we're going to use first, and then we'll work out which dies are going to fit for the paper. Okay. I'll just rearrange my cardstock over here first. All right. So that's the basis of our card. I'll just pop my dies out of the way. All right, now let's see. I was thinking of some of those little scenes perhaps for the front. We have this one. So if we were going to do a scene in, let me grab this one. How much of the scene? Oh, that would be the perfect size actually. And we'd get a little bit of the, we could have it up there a little bit, have the duckies down towards the bottom. We've got the lily pads up there. We do need a space for a sentiment though, but we could, if we move that down a little bit, we could have a sentiment coming in from the side there. So that would work. Let's see what else would work. Where did the other ones go that I had out? There's those Radiating Stitches. I wanted to have a look at the Radiating Stitches dies. These ones are an online exclusive actually. If you haven't seen these, you won't see them in the catalogue. They're in the online store, so you'll be able to find them in there. Well, that would be nice too. And if we had I just think the big one though, it's going to be too big for the front. We're going to lose all that paper. Yeah, so we don't want to use the big one. I want two dies. So we've got a focal die, and then I want to have something else around it. We could always cut our own rectangle around that. But I do have this one as well, which is a layering die, but that's going to be a bit too small for that scene. Okay, we could go with the circles. Let's try the circles. So we have that one, and then that one could be around the outside of it. So that would be cute as well. Whoops. Yeah. And we've got other ones of the same size as well. We've got this large one that could go around the outside. So we have that. So that scene would work. So let's put that one out to the side. Let's see what else we've got. We had some other ones as well. This one was the other one that I liked. Or we can fussy cut the ducks. But I know that some of you don't like fussy cutting. So you don't have to necessarily fussy cut the ducks. We could even not use ducks at all. We could use a frog. We'd make a frog card. That would be cute. We've got these ducks as well that are actually swimming on the water. Get some of those little baby ducks in there. Let's see. I think there was there one other? Oh, there was that one that already had which might need fussy cutting. Oh, there was this one. This one is really cute. I really like that one. That one or this one? So, as you can see, so many pretty papers, it is hard to choose. So it depends on which dies we go with, but I think either those ones or these ones would probably work with both of those. That one might just be a little bit less space, and that one it wouldn't fit. So maybe the round ones would be better. Maybe we should go with the circle dies. Let's switch it up and go with the circle dies. Okay, so we've got these 3 different scenes here to choose from, and I think this would be the best size. So if we have that, and then we have that, we can still see some of that pretty paper. Yep. All right, so this will be the size that we will do the die cutting with, and I think the other one is the same pattern as that. Okay, yep. So I think we'll go with this one. All right, so it's these 3. Sorry, Mummy and her 4 babies, which I really like that one because we've got lots of color in there. Or there's Mummy and Daddy Duck and the 4 little babies. I think I like this one because you've got lots of color. What do you think? Do you think that one? I think that one would go nicely on here. Yeah. The grassy scene is cute. You like that one, Amber? Yeah, I think I like that one too. Oh, you're loving all the dies, Leslie? Yes, I know. So many dies to choose from. Stampin' Up! Has a great range of dies. There's just, yeah, something for everyone. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Great to have you with us. Yeah, I think this one too. Yep, Leslie agrees with this one. All right, let's go with that scene. That's a really, really cute one. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'll line this up, and I'm going to use some washi tape to hold that in place while we die cut that. it is going to cut the circle out of the middle of that, but you can still use pieces of this for other projects. So don't throw the rest away, because you can still cut it. You can still cut it up and use it in other ways. I will have to use my large machine for this, and I might need to trim this down a little bit. I'll just grab my large machine because I only grabbed my mini out today. So let me just grab my large machine, 2 secs. Oh, it will fit. Okay. I was thinking, I wasn't sure if the paper was going to be a bit too thick to go through there or not. So I'm just standing up. My voice might sound a bit more distant while I just die cut this. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. That is adorable. Good decision, everybody. That is so adorable. Okay, that's going to be gorgeous. All right, now we want to, we're going to cut the larger circle out of the piece of, what's it called? Peach pie. That's the one. That's what it's called, peach pie. But I'm just going to trim this down a little bit so that we can get it through the machine. Sorry, I've got everything everywhere. Let me just move this for a sec. Okay, let's pop these back in. Now I have just got some little bits of paper on here from the other, die, just left over from, oh, and I need to clean my plates off. I'm just going to scrape them off just so that they don't leave indentations in my next piece of cardstock that I run through there. So it's always important to clean all your plates between dies. Oh, this one's just got little particles. This one, it won't matter because this one won't impact on it. In fact, I bought a new set of base plates for this machine because this is, I'm using the reverse side. This one's become quite warped. This is the one that came with the machine originally, and I've had this machine for years now. And it's getting to the point where I just need to replace those base plates. So I bought a set and I haven't yet replaced them because I thought I'll just keep using these ones for the moment, but I've got my base ones there just in case. So if ever you need to replace your base plates, if they become a bit warped or clunky or they're not running smoothly through, you'll find them in the online exclusives. Okay. The machine itself, oops, I really lost my mini plates then. The machines themselves are in the annual catalogue, but the additional base plates, they're actually in the online exclusives. All right, there we go. So we've got, oh, I didn't quite have a clean plate. I've got a couple of dints in there, but that's okay because I'm going to be putting this layer on top. So that's going to be really cute. All right. And then I've got my die brush, so I'll grab my die brush out later and I'll clean that, or you can use your take your pick tool, but I won't do that right now because that'll take up time from our recording, so I'll deal with that later. Clean my plate off. I'll just scrape these little bits. They like to get stuck in the grooves. There, okay, I was being a bit stubborn. There we go. Okay, so now we've got these two pieces which are going to go on here, so that's going to be super cute. Now we're going to need to lift this one up, I feel, off that one, because this one is going to be yeah, I think it needs a little bit of dimension on there. And we need to work out a sentiment and some ribbon and bling as well. I'm thinking with ribbon actually. Oh, I just noticed there's a couple of little pieces here. Oh, my iPad just died, so I'm just going to plug that in. Just change my plug over from my phone. I just noticed there's a couple of little bits here that just didn't pop out when I took the cardstock out of the die. So just pop those out. That's it, that's done. Easy. Now, if you want to, if you're concerned about this being a little bit flimsy, because it is paper, you can, actually, I might do it myself, is you can cut another piece of cardstock to put behind that. Now, you could either use white or you could use the same color that you're putting it on, so then it won't be as obvious if it shifts a little bit. So I might just do another one in that. Let me grab the right die. Oh, it's still on my paper. So I might do that just to support that paper a little bit, because I want to pop it up on dimensionals. If you were adhering it flat, that would be fine, you wouldn't need to. But because I want to put it up on dimensionals, I'm just going to, and I'm going to grab my die brush because I need to clean this out before I cut again. Okay, got my die brush in here. Your die brush attachment comes separately to your Take Your Pick tool. It comes like that, and you get the sponges that come with it. You get 2 of those sponges, and they, yeah, I've only used the 1 sponge so far. I haven't used the second one, but you have a spare one that comes with it. And you just roll your die brush over your dies while they're sitting on the sponge, and it pushes out all those little pieces. There we go. And I just keep mine in an old Tupperware container. Now, let me just grab my iPad for 1 sec. There we go. Just pop that back in there and plug that back in. It completely went out of Facebook and everything because it ran out of oomph. So when I plugged it back in, it went back to blank screen. Oh, see you later, Helen. Have fun at card making. Yes, you're going to watch the rest on replay. Fantastic. Thank you, Helen. All right. We'll do another one in this die, just so that we can support our DSP a little bit. It's just an extra step. You don't have to do that. I'll grab my mini this time. Is this one going to fit on my mini? Oh, just. Yeah, you don't have to. I just want to support that cardstock a little bit because it's a little bit thinner. And as I said, if you were adhering it directly to the background cardstock, the layer, then you wouldn't need to necessarily do another one. Is it going to fit through now? Oh, I've just cut it a bit too small. Hang on, I'm going to run this through my large machine. Went through a bit easier. It would have fit through my mini. I would have just had to have trimmed my cardstock a little bit, but I thought, oh, taking too much time. Okay, so we've got a couple of little pieces that just didn't come out. They die cut, but they just didn't come out. So we'll just do that. Poke them out there. There we go. And we'll clean our die. Whoops, I should put my lid back on my pokey tool so I don't pokey my hand. Now, does anybody else have the Lily Pond Lane suite? Or do you have the DSP? There you go, that's nice and clean. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'll just adhere these together, just making sure I line them up so that then it gives a bit of stability to our little ducky scene. So I'll just put some glue on the cardstock because it's exactly the same size as the I'm just going to run a little bit around the edges too, because it's the same size as the DSP, of course, because it's the same die. We just want to make sure that that adheres well to there. Now we'll just make sure that we line that up as we go. So we don't want to see that the cardstock behind it. There we go. Okay. All right, see? So now that just gives it a little bit more stability. Got some scrap paper here, so I'm just going to lay it down and rub it. Now, if you do happen to see a little bit of that cardstock, it won't matter too much because it's the same color as the piece that we're going to adhere it to. So that'll be okay. All right. Now we need some, we need a sentiment stamp set. All right, if you can think of a good sentiment stamp set that you have, which has a nice happy birthday stamp in it that you can think of, call them out in the comments for me and I'll see if I've got that on my shelf. Otherwise, I'm just going to jump over and grab a stamp set because I forgot to grab one earlier. I think we probably just want a smallish one because we want the ducks to remain the focus. So I'm thinking we just want like a small one here or something. Yeah, so let's have a look and see. Okay, that one and that one. There's so many stamp sets that have sentiments with them, but then there are sentiment specific stamp sets as well. So I just grabbed a whole heap of sentiment specific ones that I have to see if any of them would be appropriate. So we've got birthday. Is there a happy on there? There's best wishes. Okay, so probably not that one. Simply Said has got some basic sentiments on there. So we've got a long happy birthday. We've got that one there as well. The long one might fit. We've got a fancy one here, which is in the Unbounded Love. Wonderful Thoughts I don't think has birthdays. It's got a hello. Hello would do as well for a birthday. Hello is very generic. You can use that for anything. And then we've got the Sweetly Scripted. Now it's got the long scripty wavy lines. I'm trying to think what they're called, like extensions of the sentiment there. But we could just we don't necessarily need to stamp those bits because that's a really nice sentiment. I like that one. So maybe we try that one. So I will need a long block for that. It's this one here. I'll need a long block, but we won't necessarily stamp the whole thing. Nope, that one's not going to be long enough. We need our really long block. So this is the eye block. All right, so let's pick up our stamp, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to this So we're going to attach our scene to our layer, and that's one less moving part as we are putting together our card. So we'll add lots of dimensionals so that it's nice and secure. So nobody else has this paper. So we're just going to pop this in the center. And it doesn't matter at this point if it's up the right way or not, because because it's a circle, we can just rotate it to the angle that we want it to be. So there we go. All right, so then that's going to go on there like that. And then the happy birthday, oh, that might even be a little bit too long. Might stamp that onto, let's see, do we just want to stamp it onto some white? I'm thinking white. You grab a strip of white. I have some strips. I keep all of my offcuts from my white cardstock. Yeah. And I like to use them for sentiments. So let's see the height of that. That's actually probably a good size. Now, color of the sentiment, we could just go with grey granite, or we could pick up some of the pretty peacock. We could even do it in some more of the pretty pink, but we've got a lot of pink already going on. The peach, I don't think it would look good in the peach because we've already got peach right here. And the balmy might be a little bit light. Granny apple, got a lot of granny apple there, and the balmy blue here. So I'm thinking maybe the grey granite might be nice to stamp it in the grey granite. So let's try it in that. Now this is a really long stamp, so as you can see it's longer than our ink pad. So because it's longer than our ink pad, I'm going to take my ink pad to the stamp this time rather than stamp to ink pad. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. And just move my ink pad around as well to make sure I'm getting good ink coverage, because I'm not sure how inky this stamp is. I haven't used it for a while. I think the grey granite. Don't actually remember when I last used the grey granite. Okay, beautiful, good. All right, that's stamped in the middle, which is good. And then we can trim off the ends, so we don't necessarily need to use the ends. I want to put a little bit of ribbon behind that circle as well. You might be wondering why I've not adhered that circle yet. It's because I want to try and pop a little bit of ribbon behind there. Okay, so if we have that adhered there in the middle, and then if I trim that, will we still fit it on is the question. I don't think we're going to fit it on there. I think that one's going to be too big. It's going to be too long. Even if I trim that, it's going to hang over. Yeah, I think that one's going to be too big. Okay, we need a smaller. Has anybody got some suggestions for me for a smaller happy birthday? I'll take this one with me, see if I can find a smaller one. Let's see. Small happy birthday. Oh, I might have found one. I have a small happy birthday here in the country. Oh, one in the translucent florals as well, Amber said. Okay, let's try that one. Oh yes, that's a that's the happy above the birthday. That could actually fit there in the, just there too, couldn't it? Or we've got this little one here, which is a little thin one. We'll try both of those and see. It's just like we have lots and lots of choices of dies, there are also lots of choices of sentiments, because you get sentiments in most of the stamp sets. There are some stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Have that don't come with any sentiments, but the majority of the stamp sets do. So now this is a photopolymer, and this one is very sticky as it hasn't been used much. So the best thing to do is to put it down onto some paper and just let it relax into its natural shape. And no, that one's going to be too small. I'll take my H block. There we go. All right, and we'll try stamping this one onto, I'll save this one for another project, so I won't waste that. All right, and I'll grab another strip of white. I feel like this one only needs a very thin strip of white because it's only a very small sentiment, but we could even fussy cut around it. So yeah, I'll use one of these smaller pieces. I might just stamp this off onto some scrap first because I'm not sure if I've used this one before. So just make sure that the ink is taking to the polymer. The polymer stamps, you've probably heard me say this lots of times if you've watched my videos before, but when your photopolymer stamps are new, it is important to clean them before you use them, because they do come with a little bit of like oils on them from the manufacturing, and so sometimes they want to repel, that one's better, sometimes they want to repel the ink. So it's a good idea to always clean them before using them. So I'll give that one a clean now that I have used it as well. Didn't seem to be repelling the ink, so I think I must have already used it before, but I just couldn't remember because it's probably been a while since I've used that one. Okay, so if I trim this down and pop that in there, I think that would probably work. Yep. All right, I think I'm going to trim that down though. So let's grab our trimmer. I'm going to trim that quite close, I think, because we haven't got much room to play with. And I think I'm just going to keep it straight this time. You could banner the ends if you wanted to, or, you know, do something fancy, whatever you like. We do have some banner dies as well, but I think I'm just going to keep it fairly, fairly straight this time. Okay, let's see if I get this straight though. Oops. This is a very fine piece, so this, it's always tricky trimming down a very fine piece of cardstock because it tends to move around a little bit. So, but we'll have a go, see how it turns out. I'm using my eye and looking at these grid lines because we don't have much up the top here. We don't have much ledge. Whoops, you probably can't even see. We don't have much ledge up here at this point here to hold the cardstock. So I'm using my eye and this line here to hopefully, I'm putting that down very carefully, hopefully get it straight. Yeah, not too bad at all. I think I need to change the blade on my trimmer though. It's getting a little bit fuzzy. There we go. So normally I would probably cut the piece of cardstock to the size that I wanted first before I did that, but today we just did it a bit differently. All right, so I think we can fit that happy birthday just in there like that. We could even probably trim a little bit more off, but I think that would be okay in there. And we can just have it hanging off. Could cover up a little bit of that duckling. And then we can just have it hanging off that side like that a little bit. So yeah, I think that will work. All right, now for ribbon and bling, let's put my ink away. Ribbon and bling, let's grab some ribbons. I've got all my ribbons out here in my box. It's my ribbon box here. So I grabbed out the whole box to decide on what ribbons we want to use. Now we've got, I do have pink and I have orange, but we've already got the pinks and the oranges here. So I think we need something different. And I'm thinking white, because we've got the white here. So we've got the frayed white, or we've got the iridescent white. We've also got this one, the diagonal striped white, which would work. And what else do we have? Oh, we have some, I think that will be too fine because we've got a lot of pattern going on here. So I feel like we need something a bit heavier that's not opaque. So let's try one of those and see which one we like. So this one is finer. This one's got the petal pink and white in the pack. This is the petal pink and white 1/4 inch diagonal trim combo pack. So this would be nice because this is nice and fine. And in fact, I don't even know if I've used this yet. It's such a soft ribbon. It's really pretty. But I'm thinking if we have a piece coming out from here, at the side there, or we could tie a bow and have a bow coming out from there too. That might look nice. I think what I'm going to do first though is I am going to adhere this sentiment just to get that on. I probably should wait till I put that on there actually, shouldn't I? Because I've got that edge. I've got to make sure that we can fit it in there. So I'm going to try a bow and see what a bow would look like. Oh, Rose said cut the stamp in half. Oh, for the translucent. Yeah, I could actually, couldn't I? That's a good idea. Because there is space to do that. And then I could put the happy up here and the birthday down there. Yeah, I might do that, Rose. That's a good suggestion. Thank you. I didn't actually think about that today. See, I told you I'm off with the pixies today. Need more sleep. I just found out yesterday that John and I have to make a speech at the wedding, or John or I, but it'll probably come down to I. So I was like, oh, so then of course my brain wouldn't switch off last night because I was thinking about what I would write in a speech. Nothing like a little bit of last minute notice, but you know, it's all good. All right, so if I cut that there, I'm going to have to trim. I've just taken a little bit. I have to take a little bit off that side too because there wasn't as much of a gap between the two words as what I had. Oh gosh, I didn't even get that straight. As what I had on the ends. So there we go. Now let's see. That might be better. What do you think about that? Do you think that will be better than having it as one long strip? Can have them offset, can't we? Like that. We have them like that. We could even put happy birthday down here. It doesn't have to be on the image necessarily, does it? It could be down here. Could put it down there. I would pop it up on dimensionals if I was going to do that though. Lose it a bit though, don't you, on the on that busy paper. Oh, I think we need to ink the edges. That's what we need to do. It's missing something. You know, I love to ink the edges of my sentiments. I'm thinking peach pie. Peach pie, there you go. Must be meant to be because it was the first one I put my hand on just then without being able to actually see the colours. So let's do that and then we'll go back to playing with ribbon. That was a good idea. Thanks, Rose. See, I love it when you all help me, give me all these great ideas. Things that you don't always think about when you are when you're recording, because there's so many things to think about when you're recording. Sometimes you can't think about everything all at once. So this is a really cute card for anybody, but really cute kids card. There we go. Whoops, let's just add a little bit more just there in that corner. There we go. Good. All right. Now this ribbon is what I'm not sure of. The next part I'm not sure of, but we can get our sentiment on there at least. I feel like the mother duck needs to, I think the ground is going up that way because the mother duck needs to be standing straight. So happy birthday. Sounds like we've got a little bit of rain spitting outside. We did have a little bit, that looks better with the, you do very well making a card from scratch. Oh, thanks, Rose. Well, as I said, I had some ideas from two other cards that I had made previously, one recently and one a long time ago. So I'm kind of not really making it from scratch. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. But in saying that, there's still a lot of elements to work out as you go. So we maybe could put a bow here. Oh, you know what? Maybe even some white linen thread might be good just there. I don't know. Or this one, this is sheer. So on my original card, because it was rectangle, I wrapped the ribbon around the bottom of the layers. But you can't really do that when you have circles. So coming up with an alternative. But I did want to add some ribbon on here. But it might come down to using white baker's twine because the baker's twine is very fine, and I love that about baker's twine because you can sneak it into little small places where you might not necessarily be able to fit bigger ribbon. Oh, hi Chitska, how are you? Look what I'm using today. The beautiful Lily Pond Lane. Oh, there we go. What about that one? I think that might go there. If I can get that birthday to not overhang too much, I think that ribbon might sit nicely just there. Yeah, okay, let's do that. All right, so I won't have the ribbon coming from underneath. I'm going to adhere the ribbon to this part here. So we can stick this down now. All right, I'll grab some glue. Now, because this is a gatefold card, we only want to adhere it to one side. I'm going to adhere it, I've got a bit of glue on there. I'm going to adhere it on the left side. So we want to make sure that we have it lined up where we want to put the glue. Now for this one, normally what I would do is I would flip it over and I would just put the glue on the back. But with this one, because I'm working with the angle here of the land, because this is at a bit of an angle, and the duck. Actually, let's have a look on the actual paper, because I feel like, was it this one? Yeah, it was that one. See, that's the paper. And that is going at a bit of an angle. So if that was straight, if the paper was straight, then that's the angle we need it to go. Oh yeah, so I was kind of right. The mother duck needs to be straight and the ground goes at a little bit of an angle. So it's a little bit of an optical illusion when you're doing this, when you're doing working with this paper. Okay, so I want to make sure that my glue only goes on this side, because otherwise we're not going to be able to open our gatefold. So I want to make sure that I don't, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to open this one, and then I'm going to open this one while holding that in place, and I'm going to put a little pencil line on the back. Normally, as I said, I would just flip it over, but because we've got those directions that we've got to watch, I want to make sure I don't put the glue in the wrong spot. Okay, so this is the part where I don't want the glue, okay, because that's going to be the part that's going to overhang on this side. So all the glue needs to go this side of those marks, and I'm just double checking myself, make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Okay, so it's going to go on that side. So we'll keep the glue within those pencil lines. We can rub those pencil lines off later. Lots and lots of glue. We want to make sure that that adheres well. Okay. Flip that back over. Make sure that we're getting that angle right. And if you want to check, what you can do is have a look at where you did your pencil lines, and I did have it a little bit off, so I can line it back up there with the pencil lines. And then if I close that, I just make sure that I've got that centered on the front of the card. Okay, does that make sense? Might be a little bit higher than center, but that's okay. It's okay if it's a little bit higher than center, so long as it's centered left to right. Okay, so we'll push that on. Give that a push from the back. Okay, so you can't see any glue, can see those pencil marks. So let's just rub those off. We don't want the recipient seeing those when they open the card. There we go. Okay, great. Good. Very cute. Look at Mother Duck with all her little babies there. So cute. All right, now we've got our happy birthday. Just going to work out where I'm going to put those. I think about there. And then I'm going to pop those up on mini dimensionals. So just cap my glue. And grab my Take Your Pick tool. Love my Take Your Pick tool. Do you all have, does anyone have the attachments for the Take Your Pick tool? Do you have the extra attachments for them? For it, I should say. I have them, but I have to say, I don't use them as much as I should. I need to get them out and use them more often. I probably use the craft knife attachment, which I have sitting, I've got an extra one sitting right here with the extra attachments on it. And I've got the craft knife out there. I do use that one, but it's also got a finer Take Your Pick tool, which is longer. And then on the other end, it's got this hook, which is great for cleaning out your dies or picking up little pieces of things. I probably don't use the hook as much, but I do use the craft knife. And then there's the rotary perforating tool as well, which is great also. But again, I probably don't use it as much as I should. All right, so I'm going to sneak my birthday in here, and then I'll work out where I'm going to put my happy. So this is a great width for the mini dimensionals. Actually, what width did this end up at? Let's have a look. It ended up at, oh, it's just under, oh, it's a bit hard to tell because I've got the ink on there. I think it's 1 centimetre. Yep, it's right on 1 centimetre. I was wondering how narrow I ended up cutting that to. There we go. And then we'll pop our little happy down here. We'll line them up. Just going over the back of that little duckling a little bit there, but that's okay. All right, that's cute. All right, let's add a bow. we decided on this ribbon. So many choices. So we've got a nice little bow there. I'll just trim that up. Might need to trim the ends a little bit more. This is the iridescent striped trim. It's 1.3 centimeters wide, and you get 9.1 meters on the roll, but it's really, really pretty. It's got that iridescent, you get those lovely shines of the different colors, and it's like an organza. So it's, I don't know if it's actual organza, but it's like an organza or an organdy ribbon that you can see through, which is really pretty. So then when you're adding it to elements, if it happens to overlap a little bit or something, like, it doesn't matter too much. And I think if we just pop the little bow on there, that will be lovely. So let's grab a glue dot and pop our little bow on there. Now the glue dots are a little bit big, so I'm just going to fold that over. So we've got it half size, and I'll pop that on the back. Flip that over, and we're just going to pop that down there like that. So we've got it at a slight angle there. Beautiful. All right, and let's add some bling. Oh, Rose, I just saw your message. Sorry, could the bow go on the top left? It could have. Yeah, it could have gone up there, I guess. I kind of wanted it clustered with the sentiment, but that would be another option that you could do as well. Yeah, you could always pop it up there. You would just have the ends that would be hanging down into the scene of the card. But if you trimmed them maybe a little bit shorter than that, then that would be, yeah, that would work. So yes, you could definitely do that. But sorry, I only just saw your message after I'd already stuck it. That's all good. All right, now embellishments. We have got lots and lots of embellishments. These are all of my metallics and pearls, or white pearls. Lots and lots to choose from. Then we've got all of our colored ones, and I've got packets and packets of those. These ones are actually a new one that were in the online exclusives. We've got pink ones. Ooh, these ones are the blooming pearls. So we've got some pink ones. They could be nice. And we've also got, you know what? We've got some pretty peacock ones. They might go nicely. And even the green ones might go nicely. So we'll leave those out. We've kind of got silvery tinges in the ribbon. So these are silver pearls. We've got purple ones, and we've got, these are the in color ones. Again, the in color ones, which we've got the peach pie and the pretty in pink in those ones. They'd actually go quite well. And then so many choices of everything, isn't there? So many dies, stamps, papers, embellishments, ribbons. We are really spoilt for choice. Lots and lots and lots of embellishments. Got some bright green ones there. Not sure about those green ones. Those ones aren't the right colours. These ones, adhesive back dots for days. Don't know what colour those pink ones are, but I feel like they're not the right pink. And there's another colour up the top, so I might just leave them out to have a look. No. Sequins, no. Oh, the zinnias. This is from the zinnia suite. This is the adhesive back shiny sequins. They could look nice. And the glossy dots, they're not the right colour. All right. And if all else fails and you're not sure, revert back to your rhinestones because they're my go-to. They're always my go-to, the rhinestones. I really am radiating towards these though, because these have got the shine in them and they've got the iridescence like the ribbon. So I'm thinking these ones are too flat. These ones, kind of not really the right colour. Or these ones might be, but... Okay, those ones or those ones. Let's pull these pearls out and have a look. These are really pretty. Let's have a look what these ones would look like on here. Where would I even put them? That's the question. So we've already got a couple of layers going on here. I don't really want to add too many more layers to there. Let's have a look at the pink one. Pink ones might get lost a little bit on the paper because we've got pink on pink. So I don't know. What do you think? Pink. And then we've got the green. The green is kind of a different green though. Oh, it actually goes quite well with the pretty peacock. It's a different, I don't know what colour green that is, but it kind of goes. Too many decisions. Let's try these ones. What about the peach pie? They're very pale on that bright paper, actually. Maybe the silver rhinestones would be better, because we do have a lot of colour going on here, don't we? See the pink ones. I guess the pink ones you could put on the, actually, if you put the pink ones on the green leaves, let's go back to these ones, then you would see them. Kind of see them. Can you see that? I don't know. It's probably on camera they're not showing up as well. I think maybe these ones might show up better. Do they show up better? Are they more sparkly? If I put some of those ones on. What do you think? Do you like these ones, which are the gems, the shimmer gems? Or do you like the pearls? Oh, one of them just came off in my hand. Rhinestones. Amber said go to rhinestones. All right, let's grab some of our standard rhinestones, our go-to bling, and see, maybe they will give us more of a shine, because we do have a lot of color going on in this card. Where are my rhinestones? They're not in here. Oh, wait, they're in the other pack. As I put them, I moved them. I moved all my embellishments around the other day. So actually even white pearls might be nice too, you know. Yes, I moved all of my embellishments around the other day into different packs, because my packs were getting so, my storage containers were getting so full that I couldn't do them up anymore. So I had to rearrange them all. And now I don't know where anything is. All right, rhinestones. We're trying the rhinestones. So let's see. So, oh, hang on a minute. We've still got a pink one on here. Oop, hang on, you go off there for a minute. Let's just lift that carefully back off so we can use him again. And let's see if I put a rhinestone on there. They are sparkly wackly, but I don't know that they're any more easier to see. Let's put one up there. What do you think? Can you see that? They do shine, don't they? I don't know. Let's compare the pair. Let's put a pink one back on there. Can you see the pink and the... I don't know, I think I like the pink one better. I think I'm going to go with the pink ones, Amber. Sorry. The rhinestones kind of get a bit lost on there. I think the pink ones you can see a little bit better. So I'm going to use the pink ones. White pearls. Well, yeah, I did think about white pearls actually. Maybe white pearls would be better. How many do I have left? I don't have that many white. Oh, yes I do. I have more than I thought. Let's see. Okay, let's try the white pearls. I'll open up this pack because I think this one might have big ones in it. I think the other pack's only got little ones left in it. Oh, I don't have any really big ones left. I've only got medium size. Let's have a look in this one. Yep, I've only got tiny ones in this one. Okay. Wow, embellishments forever, hey? Lots and lots and lots. Let's try a white pearl next to that. Oh, the pearls might be it. I think they might be the winner. I think we can see the pearls better. What do you think? What does that look like on camera? I'm just trying to tell in person. I think the white pearls have it, actually. What does everyone think? Any feedback on that? White pearls or pink rhinestone, pink gems? I think maybe yeah. I should put that there where I had it. What do you think? Do you like the white pearls? Then we can add one down here on the, oh yeah, you can see that better. Yeah. Actually, let's move this one off the green leaf and I'll put it on the pink, the pale pink leaf there. And we can add some of these little ones because these do have the iridescent finish on them as well, these little pearls. We could even put some pearls here. The little tiny ones we can put on here because they are much flatter than the large ones. So we could scatter a few. There are these little white flowers up here as well. So we could pop some of these little pearls on where the white flowers are. Oops, that one stuck to my, they're very tiny. Put one up there. There, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we think about that? There we go. So yeah, so I've put those on there because they do, because these are tiny ones, they do sit down lower than this level here. So we've got the 1, 2 layers. Just for postage, that will cost a bit more to send. So I guess if we had a third layer, it wouldn't really matter. It would still cost the same to send. So there you go. You could add extra pearls if you want to, but you kind of don't want to go too crazy with the pearls or with any embellishment. 3 or 5 is usually the maximum I will do. From time to time, I might do 7, but usually I keep it to 3 or 5. So there we go. So very different to my original inspiration, but which was our tutorial bundle card from July. So again, if you love the tutorial bundle card, which is this one, the tutorial for that and 41 other projects, I think it was a total of 42 in the tutorial bundle, using lots of different products, not just the Lily Pond Lane products, but lots and lots of current products. You can purchase it from me if you get in contact with me. It's $28 for the full tutorial of 42 projects, so you can certainly let me know. But that was that one, and then today I gave you all the measurements for this one, and I will pop this one on my blog hopefully this week. And we've got the gatefold. Oh, we didn't do our insert, did we? I did cut it ready, and I was maybe going to add a little bit of designer series paper. So what I'm thinking is the designer series paper that's left from here, I was thinking of adding some of that there, and I'll quickly do that now before I go. Otherwise it won't happen till I'm about to send my card, and then I'll be like, oh, I need an insert. So what I want to do is I want the part of the reeds showing at the top there. So I'm just going to trim here just below where I cut that circle. Then from there I'll cut about a 2 centimeter. Let's 2 centimeters going to be too wide? I might go 1.5 centimeters. 1.5 centimeters. Just going to see where that will go along there. Oh, we might take a little bit more off that first. Let's take a little bit more off that and then cut it at 1.5. There we go. And then we want to cut it at, so we've got those pretty colours of the reeds in there. And then we want to cut that to 10.1 centimetres. There we go. And then we can pop that on the bottom of our insert. See, our piece of paper came in handy, and we've still got that circle cut there, but we've got all these other pieces we can still use. And these strips, maybe I probably wouldn't use, well, you could use that side. This one I can use, so I'll keep that one. The other 2 little scrappy bits, I don't know if I'll use those, so I might get rid of them. And we'll just add our paper on the bottom here. So a little bit of glue. Get my glue running. Come on, glue. Okay, add that to the bottom so that it looks like we've got the reeds there on the inside, whoops, of the card. And we can add that in there. Can sponge a little bit around the edges as well if you wish. I love sponging. You know I love sponging, so if I have the opportunity to sponge, I will sponge. I could have sponged the other layers on the card too, on the card front, but I chose not to. Just kept it very clean and just only sponged the sentiment today. There. Ah, no worries, Rose. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you enjoyed my project today. Enjoy your dinner. Oh, thank you, Chitska. I just saw your comment there that you love both of the cards. Thank you. All right, there we go. And then we'll adhere that inside, and then we will be done. Oh, I think this is empty, actually. Yeah, I forgot to fill that. So I will use my Stampin' Seal Plus instead today. This one is very, very strong adhesive, the Stampin' Seal Plus. So when you go to adhere something with this one, you've got to make sure that you do have it in the right spot because it's not easily removed. I don't use it super often, only if I'm wanting to stick something that needs a lot of, like a strong adhesive, such as if I'm doing a 3D item like a box or something. There we go. So there is our little split gatefold card, and we've got our nice little sentiment in there. We can stamp a greeting in there, or you can leave room just to write your message, whatever you like to do. I like to always stamp my greeting just before I send the card because it depends on who I'm sending it to, but I kind of already know who I'm sending this one to. So there you go. So there is a cute little gatefold card for you using the Lily Pond Lane. All right, I'm going to flip the camera back up so that I can say goodbye to you face to face. So bear with me. Here we go. All right. So hang on a minute. Oh, get that one locked in there. All right, I was about to lose the lot then, but all good. There we go. Oops, bit high. So as I said, this card can be made with any designer series paper that you have, any stamp set. You can have any shape you want in here in the for the focal image. So it just depends on, yeah, what you want to use. So it's just a really, really easy gatefold card. So I hope you enjoyed that one today. And remember that all of those designer series papers are on special, 15% off. So it's a great time to grab some of those designer series papers and make lots and lots of pretty cards. And if you make this card or an alternative of this card, I'd love to see it. So be sure to email me and let me know, or you can send it to me via Messenger so that I can have a look at your beautiful cards too. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Remember, we've got the paper sale. Remember to redeem your bonus days vouchers. Now, also too, I should have said at the beginning when I was talking about bonus days, Stampin' Up! Let us know last week that with the bonus days vouchers or coupons for Australia, New Zealand and Europe, so South Pacific and Europe, our redemption will end on the 30th of August, not the 31st. 31st for America, but 30th for Australia. Something to do with the system, recognizing the codes or something. Something in the system. But yeah, so make sure that you redeem your codes by the 30th of August so that you can get those freebies and yeah, go shopping and enjoy. And remember too, I've also got my product shares coming up from the new mini catalogue, and I can't even find my brochure now. It's buried. There it is. The new mini catalogue product shares. So we've got paper, DSP, paper shares, embellishments and ribbon. You can get all of the shares, or you can just choose whichever one you like. So the registration form, I added that into the comments at the beginning of the video. So if you missed that, feel free to go back and pick that up. And I'll pop that in the descriptions of my YouTube video as well. All right. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic week. I hope you get some crafting in there somewhere. And I look forward to seeing you, well, hopefully next Monday. Next Monday is just a few days before the wedding. So I will have to see how I'm going for time next Monday and what is happening and if I'm needed for anything extra next week. So I look forward to seeing you next time, whenever that is, whether that's next week or the week after. And as I always say, happy crafting. See you soon, everyone. Bye.